Howdy there, folks. This is Lapidary Dave. It's great to be back in beautiful, snowy Taos, New Mexico. I've been meaning to put out this video for a while now. For the last 2 years, I've been using my old tile saw, which you might have seen from some of my super early videos, as a flat lap. I have a Cab King 8-inch machine, which has a flat lap on the side of it, on the right side of the machine. I have a nice high-tech 6-inch flat lap. But for the last 2 years, I've been using this old busted and crusted tile saw that I tore up. Removed one side of the machine to put a flat lap disc on it. Just like this. Nothing too fancy. I am not sure what brand this is. It says, I think like QEP, maybe DEP or OEP. I used like a portable metal cutting bandsaw, sledgehammer, hand saws, all kinds of whatever I could get my hands on to chop up this poor little tile saw. Didn't need to because I have multiple flat laps. But I wanted to make this video to show you folks that it can be done. You don't need to spend a lot of money to do lapidary work. The big wigs want you to think you have to buy their $3,000 machines, but you don't. Anyway, there's going to be some of you folks who are going to be like, this is a terrible idea. But I've been using it for 2 years, and I love it. So I assume not all tile saws will have the same, little part here on the arbor. But this has a little lip on one side that pushes it up. And that's kind of what is acting as the backing for this. I guess you could even flip it around and use the other side, which has more of a surface thing there. I guess we'll do that for this video. And all tile saws are different. I think I was taking a look at the 4-inch tile saws from Harbor Freight, and I had a feeling that it might have been more difficult to do than this. So it's on there pretty nice. Put this on right there. We tighten it up. No big deal. Tighten this up pretty good. Bada bing. And it spins. And it grinds. Obviously, it doesn't have a variable speed like high-tech flat laps and stuff and other brands, so you might not be able to get the best polishes using cerium oxide or aluminum oxide, which usually people use at lower speeds. But it does great for what I use flat laps for, which is making things flat. I used to cab on a flat lap. So you can do the same. Now, when it comes to watering systems, I use a 2.5 gallon drinking water container that I have a drip onto the disc. The way I keep the machine from getting me all muddy is I put it inside some kind of container. For the last 2 years, I've been using this plastic kick tote. It is too big. I would say you probably want to get the machine, get a bucket for the machine that's taller than the machine, but around the same size. To keep everything from wiggling around, I put rocks in the bottom of this thing. Yeah, just like that. Then I put the water up here. I have it drip on the disc. And even though it's splashing to the sides, it's keeping me from getting most of the sludge on me. It does kind of create some vapor, so you are going to want to wear a mask. You should be wearing a mask when you do any kind of lapidary stuff, and not one of those cheesy paper coffee filter looking masks that people are wearing nowadays during the wild and worldly pandemic events. You're going to want a real deal respirator. All right, so we're gonna cut a little something. And this is a piece of turquoise that I bought from somebody on Facebook. We're just gonna grind it up, expose a little bit more of the blue, and we'll see some of the patterning. Nothing fancy, just to show you that you can do lapidary with a tile saw. I got my water, I got it plugged in. All right, and it works. You can definitely cab on this machine. It's obvious that it's, easy to throw on the hard diamond discs, but in the past I've taken yoga mats, old yoga mats that my good friend had, chopped them up, put them on the back of these diamond discs, and then put silicon carbide, either sandpaper I cut up or those PSA pads on the back of these to do some of the finer polishing, finer grinding, I guess. The yoga mats give it a little bit of cushion so I could cab real easy. Yeah. You can totally cab with a tile saw. I don't know why it took me so long to make this video. Guess I was just a little bit busy working and doing other stuff. But I hope you enjoyed. Again, make sure to take a look at the arbor and just a little bit of common sense. Is this going to be able to fit on the arbor? I've noticed some tile saws that I know it won't work with, and most seem like they will. Yep, keep an eye out for these tile saws. I get them all around here in Taos, New Mexico for about $5 to $30. Some of them I turn into flat laps or just tear up so they can be used as flat laps and given away to friends who are desperate for some lapidary action. I know the feeling. It stinks not being able to grind stones when they are calling to you. Here in the next few weeks, I will be having some quartzite gem and mineral show videos coming out. And I will be showing you folks how to turn a drill press into a flat lap.